morning, guys. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It is 8:51 a.m. Central Standard Time on March the 6th, 2017. And I'm fixing to get over here on road 2342 and go in towards, well, that goes to Kingsman, but I'm going to go up here and take a left and go to Marble Falls, and that's not what I'm going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is something else. But anyway, I mentioned in another video about the fan funding. I just wanted to re-emphasize that I do appreciate you people that did fan fund, but since it's gone, it doesn't bother me. We're still going to be doing videos, so that is not a big issue with me. So having said that, we'll move right along like I always do to my advertisement, which says, for those of you that RV or go camping in a car, particularly a Toyota Prius, check out my playlist on my homepage, my channel homepage at Rusty78609 for RVing or Prius camping, and you'll get a lot of tips for RVing and or car camping, because I've RV'd for full-time RV for about 20 years, and I also have gone camping in my Toyota Prius for the past 4.5 years, and I'm fixing to go again in about a week or two, I think, if the weather is nice. But anyway, I say that a lot too. That's the way it is. I go walking over at Walmart in Marble Falls every now and then, and right next to it, of course, in that area there are several stores, you know, with huge parking lots and stuff. So I went to Walmart the other day to go walking. It was about 50 degrees. I walked a little while on the inside, and I thought, well, I'll go check it out outside and see if it's comfortable, and I did, and it was. So I walked outside, and I happened to walk by a Goodwill store. I thought, well, I haven't been in a Goodwill store in ages, so I went in the Goodwill store, and it was very interesting. I went in with the intention of getting a knife, fork, and a spoon, a metal knife, fork, and spoon, individually to take with me when I go camping. Otherwise, I have to take my knife, fork, and spoon from home, and I'm always scared I'm going to lose it. But anyway, so I thought I'd get it. Anyway, I went back and looked in the cutlery or dishware department, and they didn't have any individual knives, forks, or spoons. They did have some knives, but they were like for cutting steaks and stuff, you know. So, and they also did have some in bags that had about 50 utensils in each bag, which I did not need, and it was a little pricey, so I skipped that. But while I was there, I went and looked at men's clothing. I looked at the cargo pants and some shorts and some shoes and some different things that they had for men, and they had a lot of stuff for ladies, a lot. And but the prices were, for the men's cargo pants, ranged anywhere from like $6 to $15. And then I looked at some shirts and different things, and they had some pretty interesting prices too. So then, finished up my walk-in, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go back to Walmart and see how much their stuff is. Well, in most cases, Walmart was cheaper than Goodwill. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Goodwill gets their products donated. They don't even have to import it from China. They're getting the imported imports, you understand? For free. People just donate it and they hang them up on a rack. They have, they pay their employees virtually nothing. Most of their labor is free because they get people that are on probation that have to do community service, and they get them for free. And so then after doing that, I thought, of course, I went back to Walmart. Walmart was cheaper. That was interesting. And I still couldn't find any individual knives, forks, or spoons at Walmart, which is not a problem. So then I got home and I thought, well, I'll check out Goodwill. So I did. And what I found out wasn't all that good. What I found out was it's kind of a BS operation. What I mean by that is they take in all this free stuff and sell it, make a lot of money, pay their employees virtually nothing, but guess who makes a lot of money? The people at the top. the top management of Goodwill makes a lot of money. Some of them make $500,000, some of them make $300,000. I mean, they make a lot. So that's what's happening there. It's just a little scam to rake off the bottom and give it to the top, which happens all the time. And you can check it out. Just do a search for Goodwill and see what you find out. It's pretty interesting. And also, you're going to find out it's a not-for-profit operation, so they don't have to pay any income taxes, just like a church. So, and that came from back in the 30s or 40s. There was a little loophole in the law that they're taking advantage of, and they've taken advantage of it for about 75 years. So I'd say they've done pretty well. They also, I found out while I was in Goodwill, I talked to a lady that was there that was, quote, the manager. And I said, well, what do you do with these clothes whenever, you know, they've been on the rack a long time and you've got stuff coming in, you got to keep moving it, right? And she said, yeah, we put them in this. She showed me these big wooden bins. You know, they were like 6 foot tall, 4 feet wide maybe, and 10 or 12 feet long. She said, we just fill those up with at random with stuff. You know, it could be a lot of pants, men's stuff, women's stuff, shoes. We just throw it in there. And then there's a buyer that comes by and picks them up. And I said, well, who's the buyer? Well, I don't know. I said, well, what do you mean you don't know? I said, you know, just anybody show up? She said, oh, no, they come regularly and pick it up. We know who they are. I said, well, if you know who they are, who are they? And she wouldn't tell me. So that was interesting. And then what they do, they take all that bulk clothing in those containers, and they take it down. Some of it goes into Mexico, and some of it is shipped to other countries. Of course, people buy those containers from this, quote, middleman or woman, whoever it happens to be, and they make a lot of money because they're getting free stuff. Okay, I mean, they buy those containers, but it's like, she said that you could buy a container for like $50. Well, it may contain $500 worth of clothing, even at $1 an item, you know. But be that as it may, I just thought that was fascinating also, because the more I dug into it, it's kind of like, you know, the old tar baby thing that Uncle Remus wrote about. Nobody knows about that, but if you ever read Uncle Remus, I did when I was a kid, there was a character in there, a tar baby at one time. And in one scene, the old coyote came by or talked to it, and the coyote asked him something, and the tar baby didn't say anything. This human-looking thing made out of tar, and this coyote asked, or wolf asked some more questions, and the tar baby didn't ask anything. And finally, the tar baby hit him, and he got his paw stuck, and then he hit him with the other paw, and he got it stuck. And the story to it was the more he hit him, the more stuck up him he became. And the moral to that is, sometimes the more you look into stuff, the more you find that you really may not want to know. You know. But having said all of that exciting stuff, I will move on to the next topic, which doesn't exist yet, but will soon, as soon as I can think of something. Oh, I got my dark chocolate almonds. We got bluebonnets blooming. That's the state flower of Texas. And you can't hardly see them on the side of the road yet. They're still pretty small. But in another few weeks, unfortunately, I may be gone or traveling. But the bluebonnets will be everywhere. Okay? But again, it is the state flower of Texas, and it gets the name from the little blue blossoms or blooms on the plant that look like an old woman with a bonnet on. And that's where they got the name blue bonnet. So, there used to be a butter or something, you know, everything tastes better with blue bonnet on it. And then I remember another old ad when I was I like to put, we had a milk cow, and whole milk, I mean, I hadn't drank it, I mean, but, you know, they came out with chocolate stuff you could stir in, and it was called Bosco, B-O-S-C-O, Bosco. And the advertisement on TV, which we didn't get much of, but we did some, it would have this little calf talking to the mama cow, and the little calf would look at the mama and say, "Mama, I want Bosco in my milk." Anyway, I know y'all want to know that. Oh goodness, yep. And then of course there was the scam. I'll go on a little bit. You know, back then, you know, there were hardly any toys and stuff. You know, I didn't get any toys, but every now and then I might get something, but not often. So, but cereal boxes back then, and still today, to get you to buy them, they put a little toy in there for the kid, and then when they run their ads on TV, the kids see it, and they don't want the cereal, they just want the toy. And the cereal's loaded with sugar and all kind of bad crap anyway. But to make it easy, mom sometimes gives in and buys it just to shut the kid up. But we didn't get many ads on TV, so what I did when I go to the grocery store, once I found out that cereal boxes contained sometimes a little toy, I'd go look at all the cereal boxes while mother was getting some other stuff, and then I would pick out the one I wanted, you know, the toy, not the cereal, the toy. And anyway, I got a little submarine one time that was about 2 inches long that had a little thing on the bottom that you could put some, what do you call it, what is the stuff you set in the refrigerator to absorb odors, real cheap, you know, you see it, Arm & Hammer baking soda, yeah, baking soda. But what you did, you took about a 1/10 of a teaspoon of baking soda and stuffed it up in that little opening at the bottom of the submarine. It had a little cap that held it in. And then you'd put the submarine in the water about 6 inches deep, and then the submarine would sink, and then as the sodium or whatever it was would form a bubble, well then it would come right back up. And then the thing, it would flip over a little bit, let the bubble go, and then it would sink right back down again. I thought that was the goddamnedest thing ever made. I mean, I watched that damn little old submarine for hours. I bet I used up 100 boxes of Arm & Hammer baking soda, you know. I just thought it didn't take much to keep me entertained, folks. I guarantee you. Out in the country with no one to play with, my brothers and sisters in school, I was my own entertainment. But here we're coming in for you new people. This is Central Texas, USA. I'm coming into a little lake community called Granite Shoals. It's on Lake LBJ that is formed by the Colorado River. And it's not much here. There's a gas station, of course, you saw that. Gas here is $2.14, about 12 cents a gallon higher than Marble Falls, which is about 10 miles away. But it's just a little lakefront community, the typical stuff. You'll have some nice homes on the lakes, and the first street off you'll have some nice homes, and then you'll have the ghetto all around it. You'll have a bunch of dumpy little nothings and jumped up places. And it's been, every time I go to a lakefront community, it seems like that's pretty much the pattern. So, again, this is Granite Shoals, Texas, and I'm cruising through it at the rapid speed of 45 miles per hour. And just for a quick heads up, my average miles per gallon for my last 2 tanks of gasoline, I forgot to reset my trip odometer, is 56.8. That's what it says on the odometer, okay, or on the thing. But it's off a little bit. It's about 2 miles per gallon off, so that means that 56.8 is probably about 55, 54 and a half. But can you beat that? No. Not when you go camping. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video shortly up here. And I wish you all a good day. Hi to all you people in India. I got a comment from somebody in India. And I get comments from people out of England every now and then, and Scotland and Australia. Hi to you guys. And everyone else, Canada, get those. A few from Mexico, South America. Yep, I do. And that's what makes this YouTube channel fun for me. I'm not, you know, if I make money out of it, that's good. If I don't, so be it. You know, the fan funding was like icing on the cake. And, you know, in 3 years, I think I got $250. But, you know, it's just like, it was a good way for a pat on the back, you know what I mean? Somebody cared enough to go to that extra effort. But anyway, it's gone. That's the way life is. You just deal with it. You just roll with the punch and go get up and get back in the race. There's a song about that. But having said that, guys, I'm going to end the video now. This is Rusty 78609 from Central Texas, USA. Right now it's 71 top down degrees, I'll guarantee you. High today is supposed to be 80. So having said that, guys, adios amigos. Bye-bye.